Hola gente linda, bienvenidos a un nuevo capítulo. En el último habíamos quedado que habíamos sacado información a Tom. Nos había dicho que nuestro rastro de sangre estaba en un barco. Aparentemente, esa persona. Tenemos que rastrear al asesino, inspecciona los barcos. Así que bueno, hacia allá vamos. Acá habíamos hecho ya todo lo necesario. Un barco. Acá hay un tipo que está cuartizado.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Examinar heridas. Vamos a recoger la nota,
What's
evidentemente.
this? Some sort of note.
Después leeremos. Examinar las heridas.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Solo intentó defenderse porque lo limpiaron, como el bote.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
A ver. Hay que ir por aquel lado. Sí. No sé por qué, pero siento que por acá no vamos a encontrar con alguien que no queremos encontrarnos, ¿no? Oportunidad de ataque. F. Detrás del enemigo.
Over there!
Uy, ya lo limpiamos. Bien. No aguantó nada este. No aguantó nada, bien. Bien, bueno. Estoy congelado aquí. Tarjeta de enemigo, dice. Pulsa 6 para detener al enemigo. Ver la información. Pulsa B. Bien. Son como los bosses y podemos ver resistencia. Llegamos a resistencia a ciertos tipos de daño. Existen 4 tipos de resistencia: física, cuerpo a cuerpo, largo alcance, poderes, sangre, sombra. El color naranja indica la resistencia media. El color rojo indica una resistencia alta. Bien. Es un poco loco el tipo.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsuck is dug in here, you've but one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast.
It's fair enough, Tom.
Se la voy a dar,
But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Cross the legs, boys! Steady, boy! He's got one of them! That's head!
No. Hijo de la madre. Al otro lado, lo maté, ya lo maté. Ya lo maté. Creo, ¿no? Armas de largo alcance, dice. Bien. El arma de largo alcance inflige un daño estándar. Lo aturde, dice. Perfecto. Balas. 10 balas. Eso es bueno. Entonces, ¿pero por qué? Si con la T no puedo cambiar. Debería... Tengo la T, pero no puedo cambiar el arma. La T o la Z me dijeron que cambiaba el arma. Yo no puedo cambiar nada. Acá no puedo cambiar absolutamente nada. Acá no puedo cambiar nada. Si yo esto lo quiero poner en la mano, ¿cómo lo pongo? A ver, un poquito. Esto, yo pongo C. Voy. Vamos a ir. Que dice, sigue el rastro de sangre desde la embarcación. Es la embarcación. Acá tengo que ser acá. Ah, yo sabía. Sí.
I nightmare screams when you burn them alive.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other.
Hay uno que lo voy a limpiar. A este lo voy a limpiar. Lo voy a limpiar sin que se entere. Con sigilo.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Sigilo. Soy el vampiro. Mira cómo quedó. Quedó bailando el escuela de samba quedó. Ah, bachi, forchi, tambor, galera. Bueno, quedó. Ahí te dejo. Una gota de sangre. Voy a ir por aquí.
I nightmare screams when you burn them alive.
Mirá con qué paz me muevo, Soy Shetterman. No
Stay
puedo
close,
hacer,
keep
no
an
puedo
eye on
hacer
each other.
¿Me vio o no me vio?
I'd head back if I were you, sir.
¿No me vio?
Oi! You listening?
Sí me vio.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! This is bugger! Watch it! It's a killer! He's dead!
Pero no me tires. Ya está. Ya está. Me tiro un bala como lo que estoy de madre. Vamos a ver qué podemos agarrar. No tenemos nada. Ya hay algo, Acá. Para acá hay algo. No vamos a tener que usar todas estas cosas. Plata, loot. Acá hay uno, Y este. No sé quién es este. Perfecto. Nuevo coleccionable. Después veremos los coleccionables. ¿Conseguimos? Soy el 1. El 1 o el 2, no sé quién soy. ¿Es por acá? Por acá vinimos.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Sí, estamos siguiendo la sangre. Hay mucha por acá. Uy, ¿eso? Acá hay algo, un hacha o algo. ¿Cómo la cambio? A ver qué dice. Equipa las armas a dos manos pulsando para usar habilidades especiales. Por ejemplo, no puede bloquear ataques y infligir daño. A ver, chupito. Sí, pero yo quiero la otra arma. A ver. Tengo dos armas ahora. ¿Cómo esta? ¿Cómo la cambio?
You're my last and dearest friend. William, I can't feel it.
En realidad no puedo cambiarla. Bueno, vamos.
Let go of me.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Oh my God, William. I can't stand it anymore.
Acá tiene que haber un boss, ¿eh? ¿Dónde está?
I can never harm you, Mr. Hampton. You're my only friend.
This creature is
Está ahí, está ahí.
bedeviled.
Hola.
I must put it down.
No. Oh. Ay, me lo mordí de vuelta. Listo, listo, listo. Ahora vamos a hablar con...
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Vampiros que luchan contra vampiros.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
A ver, vamos a buscar pistas, ¿no? Supongo que quiere pistas.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Una muestra de sangre.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Ya está. Tenemos una muestra de sangre. Con eso. ¿Esto qué es? Armas. Pieza de empuñadura corriente. Módulos. Tenemos munición. Esta es la gente que vamos conociendo. Bien, perfecto. Yo creo que ya está, ¿no? Que es lo que necesitamos. Vamos a agarrar algo de esta gente. Gente muerta y algo acá para agarrar o nada. Parece que nada, ¿no? Fuimos. Qué loco por manejar este barco, ¿no? Para ser un barco de lujo para esa época, ¿no? Está claro.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reid, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reid. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
No hay muchas opciones. Puede trabajar de noche, puede hacer sus investigaciones, puede estar en un hospital, puede pasar desapercibido y seguir investigando a ver si podemos llegar al fin de todo esto.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness! I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, But what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Bueno, nuestro primer día de trabajo. Vamos al hospital. A estos idiotas me los pongo. Y los mató.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Sea más educado.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Lo voy a llevar a un lugar mucho mejor. Dice, calidad de la sangre. La calidad de la sangre indica cuánta experiencia recibirás de un ciudadano. Cuanto más alta la calidad de la sangre, más experiencia. Bien, ¿cómo es la calidad de la sangre? Cautivar, dice, para... tendrás que cautivar primero para apartarlo de las miradas indiscretas. Tu nivel de cautivar debe ser igual o mayor que la resistencia del ciudadano. Pulsa Q para cautivar. Perfecto.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
F.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fart me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Ya está. Muy bien. Uno menos. Aquí hay algo por acá que me pueda servir. No veo nada. Necesitaba un poquito de sangre buena, de la buena.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Vamos a escribir a ver si queda acá. Eso mismo. Aluminio en polvo. Bueno, son cosas que vamos a ir. Como que después nos van a servir. Acá es el hospital, ¿no? Una ambulancia ahí, mirá. Ambulancia arruinada. Uy, la enfermera. Mira, acá hay gente. Gente acá también. La tienen tapada la boca. ¿No que hay por otro lado? Son como carpas fuera del hospital, no deben tener lugar. Casco de vidrio. Bueno, bien. A ver, dale cartel. Aguantá un poquito, ya hablo contigo. Dice, la causa de la gripe, este hospital no admite más pacientes. Causa de la gripe, no sé, estamos...
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
Tengo algunas preguntas.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
¿Quién es el doctor?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Verdad, ¿no? Me conocen más que yo.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Está bien. ¿Dónde está mi consulta? Mi consultorio será. ¿Cómo está el señor?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Bueno, bien, ¿dónde está mi consulta?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Segundo, bien, segundo a la
Thank
izquierda.
you, Nurse Crane.
Gracias, señor. Es muy amable. Vale. Segundo piso a la izquierda. ¿Qué encontramos acá? ¿Qué encontramos algo por acá? Para lootear. No hay mucho acá, para lootear, Nada. Un tenillo por acá. Dice, la ciudad ayuda. La vida salva vidas. Vida salva, la vida salvada, Daitin. Por una atención sanitaria de calidad es una estocada, dice. Bueno, es un cartel. No es un cartel. Bueno. Segundo piso al izquierdo.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Perfecto. Bueno. Feliz. Tengan publicidad, depende de ustedes. Publicidades. Había algo, ¿no? Ah, esto es lo de la tos. Recuerdan, ¿no? Bueno, subimos o investigamos un poco abajo, acá.
This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
¿Sí? ¿No, vampiro? A ver, preguntas personales. ¿Quién es en realidad?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Más loca que una cabra, eh.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
La misma, esta la repetí.
What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember.
O sea, a esta loca no le puedo
Centuries of
sacar ninguna
unholy life
información,
can
eh.
have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Necesito pistas para abrir estas dos preguntas. Perfecto. ¿Su vida en Londres? ¿Es un vampiro?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Escríbame los síntomas, a ver.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
A ver.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Destrabé una pista. A ver si me abrió ahora. Preguntas personales. No. Bueno. ¿Revisión médica?
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reid. Blood is the only drug I need.
¿Es una paciente?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
No es un murciélago, es un personaje, ¿eh? Cuidaremos de usted.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Está re loca, la voy a dejar ahí. Bueno, después hablaremos, seguiremos. Está muy loca esta, ¿eh?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Gracias, Chifri. Está muy Chifri esta loca. Acá tenemos otro loco. Oh, este es el Hamilton.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reid, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Preguntas personales. cómo se encuentra primero que nada, ¿no?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
¿A qué se dedica?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Usted es sacerdote, ¿no?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Perfecto.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Qué raro, ¿no? Porque la cruz del otro casi me deslumbra. Bueno. Perfecto.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Muy bien. Bueno, nos fuimos. Adiós.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Y nosotros también nos vamos despidiendo acá. En el próximo capítulo vamos a subir a nuestra habitación. Vamos a hablar con este también. Pero lo vamos a hacer en el próximo capítulo, gente. Los quiero, los llevo en el corazón. No se olviden de dejar su like, suscribirse y apoyar. Chau, chau. Chau.